What's Gucci, y'all? X here, finally back. We're actually back doing a live, excuse me, not live, but doing a reaction video, and we're kind of going back old school, I guess. When I say old school, talking about like at least like a year ago, because I kind of started doing these reaction videos to very interesting people. You know what I mean? Very, very interesting people. And I think that's kind of like what I want to focus on today because clearly nowadays, a lot of people has lost their shits, right? I kind of was one too. You know, I could probably kind of say that not too long ago. But I'm alright. I'm here. We got to get it together, people. We do. But this particular video, what we're going to be looking at, I already did a video on him before, so it's kind of like necessary to follow up on him and see what's going on. The last video I did of this dude was called Diaper Connoisseurs something. I don't remember what came out of there. But that alone, that title alone, should tell you a lot. Now apparently this dude has still got his antics going on. And that's what we're doing today. Alright? That's what we're looking into today. So just ahead of time, like, subscribe if you ain't subscribed. Help your boy rack up the numbers. And yeah, let's try to break down and analyze what the fuck is going on in this dude's mind. Alright? Alright. So yeah, Andrew Ditch, y'all.
Andrew Ditch has big problems.
I need supervision! I need help! You don't get it! You're saying I don't need help! I can't invite a kid here?
Oh Lord, man. I'm sorry, y'all. That voice. It's like I haven't heard that. It sounds so familiar, but it's like, damn, where do I remember you from? But like, and I'm telling y'all right now, I have not seen this video. I haven't seen a video on Andrew Ditch in a minute, and I just knew right off the top, just by the title, because his name is in the damn title on Kiwi Tapes. Oh yeah, shout out to Kiwi Tapes. I've been rocking, following this dude for quite some time, and his narration, I've said this in the past, but I love this dude. I love Kiwi Tapes. Shout out to him. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to him if y'all want to, but yeah, on his video, I mean, the dude's name is on there, so, but when I heard that voice, it's like something tingled, like a bell inside of me. I was like, whoa, I know that voice. And of course, all those times I spent editing that last video with this dude, yeah, brings back memories, y'all. But goddamn, are we off to a crazy start already, huh?
Why can't I invite a kid here?
I don't have the capacity to handle you right now.
I cannot tell time. I am time blind. I might have made a crime.
The last time that I covered Andrew
What?
Ditch, aka the Poop Squatch, he was at his worst. His mother had recently passed, and he would return home to
Lord.
torment his family and make the entire situation about himself. Well, after all of that, Andrew went back to Pennsylvania and is currently having some of the biggest issues with his group home that I have ever seen. A brief summary.
Oh, wait a second. Damn, this shit went dark. This shit kind of got super dark, didn't it? This dude had a family member pass away, and now this dude's in a group home. Why didn't I see this? I mean, why do I feel like I seen this coming? Right? I felt like I seen this coming because just a little backstory, or I mean, I could go back and watch the first video I did of this dude, but there was a lot going on. A lot going on primarily between this man, Andrew Ditch, and his caretakers, which was his mom and his dad. I think it was mainly his dad. It might have been somebody else in the picture, but him and his dad was going off fighting like dogs, cats and dogs and shit, you know. And it got really bad, and it seemed like this one particular personality type that, how should I put it? They like to nag people. You know what I'm saying? It's like when they're not feeling good, they like to put that energy on to other people No, just saying it right now, I kind of understand it because I don't think those people know how to dispel that energy that's like fucking with them. But obviously, that's not the best way to do it, right? And obviously, it got to the point where this dude or his dad was like, "Get the hell up out my house." So, and this dude's obviously in a group home. That is some shit, y'all. That is some shit. Let's continue.
Summary of Andrew's story, if you haven't seen any of the previous videos I've done on him, would be that Andrew is a man in his mid-40s who likes to fake a plethora of mental disorders, mainly so that people will treat him like a child or baby. And anyone who doesn't play along with Andy's game are put through a living hell. He did it with his family in New York, and now he's doing it to a care company, which he has fooled into taking care of him.
Wait a second, you know what? Something just came to my mind. And damn, we're gonna get really transparent here. But apparently there's a lot of people that take advantage of those people in those job fields. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to those caretakers. That should be funny sometimes, I ain't gonna lie. But it's wrong. It's not right, of course. You know, it's kind of like both-sided. Thank God I'm not in that field. But shout out to everybody who is in that field. Y'all are the real MVPs, and y'all patience probably is through the roof. And coming from somebody like me, that I'm saying a lot, because I am somebody who has a lot of patience. I'm not trying to toot my own horn by any means. If I see somebody who has patience enough to deal with that type of shit, hats off to y'all. Hats off to y'all. But at some point recently, not too long ago, I was like, to hell with people's bullshit. And I'm saying that because, like, again, the patience is something. But I know at some point that I don't have to deal with certain shit if I don't want to. That's the power, y'all. That's the power. You know what I'm saying?
As you'll see in this video, Andrew has made anyone that has tried to help him miserable. Like I said, whenever the staff doesn't do everything Andrew says, he has a meltdown and complains to corporate or adult protective services. Andrew's behavior have directly and indirectly resulted in members of the staff either leaving the home or being fired. And it seems like the ones that are left are pretty wise to Andy's
I guess the patience
shtick.
wasn't really a
So
thing.
sometimes they'll ask him to take better care of himself. They know he is capable, and it results in interactions like this.
But there's the 56 hours between three patient clients here equals 24 hours of care 7 days a week. And Will is back here.
What?
Where to? I sent him home because I don't need help for you and Royal.
According to you.
You said
No,
you said to my caregiver, please leave.
Help.
Please
You
leave.
said
You said
you
that to
don't
my
need help. Don't
coordinator.
bother me.
I'm being independent and I'm too much help because that's why there's no.
Why do I think that's a black caretaker back there? Y'all feel that, right? He was like, "Don't you lie." Man, this shit is funny, y'all.
24 hours.
Shit.
You said that. He also made comments but not.
No, nigga, you said that.
Or your communication device when I needed it.
What you just heard was an interaction between Andy and one of the people who helps him very regularly. His name is Will, and according to Andy, he's watched a number of negative videos on him.
Yeah, Will is totally a black
Will
name, ain't
knows
it?
exactly what's up with Andy. So as I previously said, he'll ask him to be more independent, and then Andy will demand that they be sent home. They just don't want to help him. You can tell that Will is at the end of his rope with Andy, getting so frustrated he just had to leave the room. It just all has me feeling so bad for the actual people in that home that need help. They're getting less of it because Andy is there making all these demands and actively sabotaging their staff. It's just a bad situation, and
Ain't that some shit though? Like, for real. Like, listen to what homie is saying. Like, think about how the other people who was in the group home before his ass came feel. about this shit. They're like, man, I was getting away, get my. Let's not go there. Let's not go there, X. But they was, getting taken care of, pretty much. And then this dude comes in and like they're only getting a fraction of like what the fuck they was getting before. That sucks balls, man. That's not cool. And could you imagine the frustration that would be building up inside them people? Like, I smell something coming. This dude has got kicked out of one place before, which was his own family members. I think he's going to get kicked out again. That could be wrong, though.
And not one I see lasting much longer. I think Andy knows this, and that's why we've seen an increase in calls with Tom. For those who don't know, Tom is Andy's father. He has had to put up with so many situations like the one we just watched from Andy, and is also at the end of his rope when it comes to his son. Personally, I think if Andrew is kicked out of this group home, he will attempt to return home, and I could see Tom letting him right back in. During some of their more recent phone calls, Tom feeds a lot more into Andy's nonsense. It seems like he's been fooled into believing that the group home has actually done Andy a disservice. Tom has always been a bit like this, but he's feeding into it now more than ever.
Right there, you should have gave it back to him and says, okay, you want me to wash your back? I'll be glad to wash your back. See what I'm saying? And see what his remark would have been. You don't have the talent to go back and use what they say against.
I don't know how. And Will also.
That's why you're not capacity or whatever to make your own decisions.
Or to protect myself.
You don't know how to do that.
I don't know how to protect myself without getting upset.
Every time I've tried to show you that in the past, you always got pissed off at me, and I gave up.
Damn.
Didn't I tell you different techniques for certain people over the past?
Yeah, but...
on the phone and stuff, and they were dumbfounded when you brought it up. But I can't be there to tell you. You have to learn this stuff yourself, because I'm not going to be there forever.
Yeah, that's why I need somebody else to protect me.
Instead of telling Andrew,
God damn, dude. This dude is sad, man. I mean, shit, bro. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't want nobody to protect me, you know? Like, I mean, it really depends. It really depends. Like, I don't want to think about situations right now just to hold us, but I'm just saying, when it comes to a threatening situation, I'd rather deal with that myself than have anybody else possibly get harmed, or, you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. But this dude is like a straight punani. You know what I mean? Straight punani. And it makes me really think about the psychology of this dude and how he got there, because, like, is he like feigning this shit? Is he like trying to make a facade of like how this dude is because he just wants to get his way, or is this really how he feels? Because I would think that no man would really want to be in the predicament or even say the words that this dude is saying. I can't protect myself without getting mad, you know? And I need somebody to protect me. That's not manly behavior.
To take better care of himself and have more respect for staff, Tom reminds him of the various manipulation techniques that he taught him, specifically referencing when he calls people on the phone. Tom doesn't even realize that Andy is probably using a great many of those techniques on him during that very call, which is why I believe that he will return home next, because this group home is very much aware of what he's up to. His caretaker, Will, actually has a sister that works in administration, so you can only imagine the stories about Andy that are floating around, ones that we don't even know. But what I'm trying to get at here is that the people on the phones for this company are just as fed up with him as the in-person caretakers, because whenever he has the slightest problem, he calls them to try to make a million complaints.
We all chip in with the food. We all, Will and other people take care of all of us when they're here. So it's...
Listen, y'all, I want to make it clear, because how this dude is talking right now, I feel like if y'all don't have any context or backstory about this dude, y'all would think that we're kind of talking shit about this dude, and like he clearly, or y'all would think that he clearly has some kind of debilitating kind of mental issue. Now, that could have probably happened over some time, but just understand this dude had a business before. He was apparently some kind of IT specialist who who had his own business going. And I don't know, I forgot exactly what happened. We covered it in the last video, or went over it briefly in the last video. But this dude, like, how he's talking right now, don't let it fool y'all. Alright? I think I know these manipulation tactics in some of these people nowadays, and this is, believe it or not, I'm trying to make kind of like some entertainment out this shit. Sadly, I don't know how y'all feel about that. Kind of saying it that way is kind of like, I don't know, it makes me feel some type of way. But it's kind of good to go through this because there's a lot of that going on nowadays out in the real world. You know what I'm saying? And this is a pretty exaggerative sense. You know, people who's manipulative in today's world, they're a little bit more sly, sneaky with how they do shit. But I don't know, man. It's good to cover this shit, I guess.
Not unreasonable to do it like you do it with all the other homes and not this one. And that's not...
First off, you don't even know how all the other homes was operated because you're not even in them other homes. So
basically every member of the staff disliked Andy except for one woman. Her name was Nicole, and she had bought into almost every lie that Andy had told her. She claimed that Andy had the mind of a child, that he wasn't faking any of his disabilities, and that everything the internet had said about him was wrong. Well, eventually Nicole got reported to this group home for HIPAA violations. I don't know the specifics of it, but I know that it was directly related to Andy. And I think...
Wait. She left her stepson... She let her stepson hang out with Andy at the home while she worked. We will talk about this later. That's
it could have something to do with her taking him out to do stuff. I might be wrong, but it seemed like Andy had even been allowed in their home. She was definitely aware of all of the horrible things that Andy was doing. Not only the numerous incidents with her fellow staff members, but also the fact that Andy was actively communicating with children online. He plays Fortnite with children and talks with them in voice chats often, but Nicole didn't see a problem with any of this. Andy was even claiming at one point that when he left the group home, he was going to live with Nicole. Needless to say, they had a close relationship, so Andy was pissed when he found out she was fired, and tried to do anything he could to get her back.
Because they've been saying that this on Reddit a lot, how they were going to try to disrupt my consistent and routine and supports from people who actually help me and want to help me, like a lot of people do. But this is what you guys did, and somebody start leaking out how I'm on the wrong, I'm on the last straw with Royal and stuff, right? After.
Oh man, this is it's getting worse. It's obviously getting worse, sir. This dude has no testosterone at all, doesn't it? Seem like that. Like this dude would be whacking it off a little too much or something. I don't know, man. But I was gonna say something like when it comes to like online gaming, which I don't really do too much multiplayer. I mean, I would like to do it some more, but I just know like the toxicity of it kind of nowadays is just a little too much. It's too, you know, I don't like getting into the vibe of that. So I tried to kind of steer clear of that. But some games, I guess it's best to kind of like mingle, I guess, with some people. I'm just thinking about like that one last game I did multiplayer wise. Was it Lethal Company? And I think there was a group of young people that came on board with me. You as a grown up should know right then and there when you're talking to somebody by the tone of their voice, by the you know, the bass in their voice that, you know, how to go about handling yourself, or you know what I'm saying? How you should go about presenting yourself. I don't know. What's the right words? My mind is kind of flustered from this shit right now because there's a lot to say. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, once I would get into like some kind of lobby or some kind of game with some youngsters, I would know certain boundaries not to cross and whatnot. So I'm not necessarily hearing that from what I'm hearing from Kiwi Tapes right now is that he's just a grown man that is playing games with young kids. Now, considering his background and everything, that might sound bad, but the action, or you know, everything as is, it doesn't sound like he's committing a crime right now. But that might change.
After I leave here, I'm sure, and many other caregivers that want to work with me and help me are going to quit, because they already said that. And by the way, I'm using the only device that does not have parent controls to look at this stuff to show you. And
what?
I want you to know that Nicole was already had a job lined up because she was tired of Royal. Just to let you guys know.
Royal.
So
is he talking about
this
Royal?
This lady works with me every day for almost a year. Knows that what I need help with. Knows I'm not dangerous. She said that I am incontinent because of a surgery. Well, let me correct something there, and it was awesome. But here, I saw a urologist since 2 years old. Okay, I was still in diapers. I had undescended testicle surgery. That didn't cause that issue.
Hold on, let's go back a little
testicle
bit.
Surgery.
Hold on a minute. I gotta look it up. The fuck is that? Undescended testicle? It'll spell it right for me. Undetected testicle surgery. Is that what he? Undescended? Wait, we gotta go back and hear that again, because I'm curious.
I was still in diapers. Undescended testicle surgery.
Okay. Now I get it. Okay. But hold on, before we even continue, this dude says he's been seeing a neurologist since he was 2 years old. That I did not know. I thought he got into some kind of accident after, you know, him being in the business field and everything, owning his own business, and that's kind of like where things went downhill. But he was okay. He had multiple tests done just to see if he, you know, everything was working properly as it should as an adult, and he was cleared off from that. That's what we learned in the last video, but we need to hear what this dude is saying.
It caused that issue. So my dad, who lies about this, tries to, you know, deny it and, you know, reality of what's causing it, and that makes it really hard when my dad plays the doctor.
Andrew likes to have it both ways, claiming that he's not able to protect himself, take care of himself, or understand certain things, but also claiming that his dad is the one lying about surgery he had when he was 2. Just like he wants everyone to believe that he needs his AAC device. There's just lies on top of lies when it comes to Andrew, but it didn't seem like the group home was buying any of them, because Nicole would remain fired. I personally believe that Andy thought she would return, and that's why he tried to stay calm during that first phone call, but when it finally sunk in that she was gone for good, he would call up the administration and absolutely lose his mind.
Hi, I'm Andrew Ditchcon. Is there someone coming in today? I have a poopy bed and wet bed, and I need help with that.
Lord.
And I don't think you can use somebody in a wet bed and with shit in it, because I had an accident.
Well,
I didn't fire anyone. I fired everyone?
You said you did not want
You
oil
get,
anymore.
I have 14 days, you told me.
Because you try to constantly control these conversations with your ramblings, and everybody's fed up.
And I'm fed up with you abusing me and neglecting me. And you have no right doing that, and I'm asking for help.
You can't listen. You can't listen to anybody else's side of anything. That's the problem.
Yes, you want to control how I live, and you don't want to help me. You're the professional supposed to be helping your patients.
All right, well, if you stop long enough and quit talking, I'll explain to you what your schedule looks like.
I need help. I don't care what you're saying. I need somebody to help me. Because my roommates don't even have laundry done. They don't even have, the bathroom needs cleaning. We don't even have anyone for food. You can't do that to any of us.
Everybody that lives in that house is not completely dependent. They all have abilities. That's why you guys are there.
That is what I was just gonna ask. Like, can none of y'all walk or something? Can none of y'all get up? I mean, how the hell did the bed get like that, man? That is the main question. Like when those words came out, that's what I was focused on, and everything was like whoa, 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 whoa. And I'm like zoned in on that shit. I'm like, how? Why? You know, like, that shit should not be happening, period, but it should not be happening at least until you're like, I mean, considering my elders at least 90 years old or something, and you know, I have some elders close to that who does not do that. So why the fuck is a goddamn 40-year-old doing this shit? Okay, and I know like that age bracket has many different varieties of people who actually might need that type of service in their life. But I feel like this dude is doing this just to like kind of get back at people. But how Kiwi Tapes presented it, he was like, he wants a particular person to do it. Do you see how I was just mindfucked just a minute ago hearing that? Do y'all understand and see this shit in my face? Cause like, if it is that second case, what I just said, he wants that one particular person to do this, which would happen to be Nicole. There's some kind of dark, twisted fantasy type shit going on in his mind where he sees, I don't know, some woman cleaning up his own. Oh my god, dude.
If you're required
Oh my god, man.
care, you would be in nursing home. That is not a 24/7 total care home.
I need help taking my medicines. You're putting me in danger because I don't have the ability doing that.
Nobody's putting you in danger. Barb was there yesterday to explain your meds to her, and you told her everything about your meds, including which ones you were not.
Yeah, and I need help with it.
Right, so you know what they are.
Yeah, I need help with that because I can tell you when I'm on. Oh my god, ma'am, I'm sorry, but you are, oh my god, yeah.
I'm telling you that.
I need supervision. I need help. You don't get it. I need help with my wet bed and shower.
Oh man, the wet bed and I mean, the shower's supposed to be wet, but what exactly is making it wet is the question. You know, like this whole call right here reminds me back of in the old days, the good old days, man, where before shit was weird. You know, life is fucking weird right now. It totally is. And granted, it always had a little level of weirdness, but the weirdness is through the fucking roof now, right? Back in the times, the sweet times, where I was talking about, before I was a truck driver, I was an informational tech, helping people with viruses, computer issues, and also I would help people diagnose Wi-Fi issues, connectivity issues, all types of shit. I remember when I first started the job, it was kind of rough, tough, you know, because you're still learning shit. But but I'm a quick learner, so within the first month or two, I was able to get the ball rolling and then feel comfortable doing my job. But one of the biggest issues that, you know, people in that field kind of usually go through is these irate customers. You know what I'm saying? And like sometimes nothing you do, even if you solve the problem, you told them something that would help see them to the end of the tunnel, the light. You know what I'm saying? They still would kind of like fight you. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like making me remember those times, man. Those were some good old times, y'all. I missed that job. It was cool. I loved it. I worked from home too, you know. But shout out to everybody in the, I don't know what to call that, customer service department. Anybody who answers the calls and has to deal with this shit, because obviously this woman's not hanging up. And I know that's probably a policy of the company. That's how this is exactly why I'm speaking about this shit. It's probably a policy of the company that if you hang up on a customer and that customer calls back irate and claiming that they didn't get the issue fixed, that makes you look bad and that could probably jeopardize your job. So you have to deal with it. No matter if you're making yourself clear and to the point, you're giving this person like, hey, listen, this is not a 24/7 operation facility. You guys got to take care of your own shit from time to time, okay? And somebody doesn't want to hear it, and you just have to keep repeating yourself over and over. Y'all are the other real MVPs, okay?
I need help with my poopy diapers.
So now you're just going off on your.
But I'm telling
Jesus
you.
Christ.
You showed it to the guard yesterday, and you had your time.
This dude totally sounds like a
and you
kid,
know how
man.
to tell time.
I cannot tell time.
Take them.
I cannot tell time. I am time blind. Okay?
What the fuck?
They do not have
Come
lapse.
on.
You know,
Listen, everybody is seeing through this, okay? You're sending pictures and elaborate emails to everybody in every agency all day long.
You know, he's slamming the desk too. He's like, God damn it, I don't want to hear this shit. This woman, she kind of has a little bit more leniency from what I was just talking about. You know, I was saying the people who handle these type of calls, they got to be patient. But she's giving this dude the business, right? She was like, no, we don't want to hear that. We already been down this path before. You need to, you know, take that damn dirty ass diaper off, throw it in the waste bin, get your ass in the shower with a rag and some soap, and go to town. You know what I'm saying? She's telling this dude real shit. It just makes me think again about my job. You know, you kind of had to be kind of robotic, kind of in a sense. You could put a little bit of spice in there, but you pretty much had to follow this procedure and you always have to ask at the end of the call, is there anything else I can help you out with? Is there anything else I could do for you? Like, I don't think she has to do that. That'd be awesome.
You can read, you can
Fuck
write,
off my
you can
phone.
tell time. You know what time it is. If the caregiver's not there on time, you know that. You call them.
No, she probably has to.
I had to wake up in a wet bed. What do you guys say? I can't wake up in a wet uncomfortable bed because you put me. Oh my God! I'm glad I'm recording this.
Andrew then starts absolutely railroading the conversation with his AAC device. Every time the lady on the phone tries to speak, he blurts something out from it, so I cut that bit. But this absolutely based worker persists through all of Andy's nonsense, and as she continues to make good point after good point, Andy can't help but start yelling at her again.
I have a hard time, you know that.
Taking a shower properly.
Talk you through the steps. Take off the dirty diaper.
I have already done.
Brushing my teeth.
I'm going to the hospital. You're not listening. You're not listening. I need help for thoroughness. You're a fucking retard. I have the steps.
So why is it okay for you to call me that?
Cause the nurse don't treat people like this. And you know what? You know what? I'm glad. Can I cook? Can I try cooking something? Can I try cooking something? Because you said I don't need any help. You said don't need any help taking my medicine. Don't need help with anything. Okay, great. I'm running away because you said I don't need any help. And I can't handle this. You're abusing and neglecting me, and you don't want to accept my medical records and diagnosis. I can't handle what you're fucking doing to me. I'm aware of my needs, and you're trying to form me into somebody who I'm not able to live like because I have a disability. You are arguing with me. You're saying I don't need help. Man. You're telling me I don't need help. I can't handle it. I don't know how to do it on my own. And I'm asking you for help. You can't
Holy freaking crap. Holy crap, dude. It's a little bit shocking when I hear somebody like getting to that point of frustration. But it's like this dude brought it on himself, so it's like when it's all said and done, do you ever realize like this all could have been avoided? You didn't have to get yourself up to that point. I don't know if that crosses these people's mind who do this type of shit, because like goddamn man, this is totally unnecessary, right? Wow.
Oh, my safety plan! You can't follow my medical orders! I'm asking for help!
Andrew has now left the house and is screaming outside. What you're about to hear is him running to one of his neighbors' doors, begging them for help. Keep in mind during all of this that Andrew called in the first place to complain of a poopy and wet bed, so you can only imagine what this poor neighbor saw when she opened the door.
I'm going to a neighbor and asking them for help with you. If you don't believe me, you think I'm just full of shit, so anything to make sure a neighbor knows what you're doing to me. I'm asking for help.
Oh my god, man.
And you're giving me a hard time with my medical needs.
Is he ringing the bell right there? Damn, dude.
Help.
Oh lord.
And you don't have anyone helping me.
I hope it's not an old lady.
You are putting me in
I hope it's not a kid.
You won't help me my medicines or wet beds. Can you help me, please? I need help, please. My home care agency's neglecting me.
The homeowner has now answered the door after seeing Andy on their Ring camera. I'm not going to knock a person for trying to do an act of generosity too much, but this neighbor has the survival instincts of a lemming. The Ring doorbell is exactly for situations like this, so you can just call the cops. Maybe...
I mean, we don't know exactly what this neighbor is going to allow or do for this crazy deranged man, but what Kiwi Tapes is saying like is absolutely right. Like, if a man came to your door in some shitty ass like attire, would you let him in? I suspect that most of the answers would be no. But if you're one of the ones that say yeah, give yourself a pat on the back, I guess. I don't know, but what if he was a killer? What if he was hiding a knife within the foulness of the nether regions, you know what I'm saying? And he stabbed you with it. So it's not, you got sepsis in your... My bad, y'all. My bad.
That's
Let's just continue.
Because the neighbor completely feeds into it.
But she's arguing with me and won't help me my medicine or hygiene or pills or wet poopy bags.
Leave myself after I poop my back.
You have a health care giver coming today.
But she was arguing with me.
She's not even there yet to argue with
No,
you.
the lady on the phone.
Well, take a deep breath. There's nothing she can do to you from the phone.
She's arguing with me and trying to mistreat me. Andy has on recording what she was doing. Look up on Andy Digital Autism life story. I can't handle this place.
But first, a quick word from our sponsor, Five. Five continues to be my...
skip through this.
But all and demanding his AAC device, making a number of statements for it that aren't really relevant, and then ending the video. This is probably one of the most intense meltdowns that Andrew has had during his time in Royal's care. The people who he calls to complain to are now standing up for themselves. Like I said, they know exactly who Andy is, and until they tell him to leave, he's not going to change. And that's exactly what happened only days later. Andrew would learn that the reason Nicole was fired from her job at Royal was because she brought her kid to the group home. So Andy calls the administration to rat on all the other employees who have brought their children to work, and rat on anyone for basically anything he can think of. Then he asks to invite children to the home in an extremely creepy turn.
Amy, Andy Con, so, question for you. So, since you're saying that Nicole was fired for bringing her kid here, why does Jordan bring her to her 3 kids here all the time? And one of them is a baby.
I don't know anything about it, and if that's the case, then we'll have to talk with her.
And here's one more thing. Why is Laura and that new caregiver, I gotta use my talker, why are they here when Mickey lives here? They're family, and if family's not allowed to be here with other family, then here's the problem, I'm going to say. Why are they working here? Conflict of interest. They could play favoritism. So Royal doesn't own these houses. So and you guys are not allowed to deny a visitor or friendship, right? But that's a rule in your policy, but yet you guys allowed Nicole to take me to her house and get paid on Easter. I can't invite here as a visitor?
You can invite whoever you want as a visitor. I'm saying employees cannot bring their kids to work.
But I invited James here.
Right. But it shouldn't be when she's working.
So, wait a minute. It's okay for James to come here when to visit me and help me with things? For things that Nicole couldn't do? You're saying that James... No, it's not a kid. It's Nicole's boyfriend.
Alright, well, if you are inviting him over to help you with things, then that's fine. I'm talking about her bringing her kid to work.
I can't invite a kid here?
I shouldn't, no.
Why can't I invite a kid here?
Alright, we're going to skip a little bit just for the, sake of time, but, yeah, this is getting a little too uncomfortable to watch, and being honest with y'all. Alright, we're almost done here, though.
And tell him how you're abusing me and neglecting me again.
You're talking over me again, which we're not allowed to do to you, but you're allowed to do to us.
No, I'm asking you, but I have a speech disability, and you don't want to listen to me. You don't like hearing what I'm asking for, and now I'm dysregulated because you're giving me a hard time. You're trying to put me in a box saying I don't need your help and shit.
You're articulating just fine. I understand everything you...
Then why are you doing this to me? Oh.
No problem communicating.
Hang on, I gotta go to get a neighbor to help me with this again.
You have no problem communicating.
I don't have any
problems. Niagara therapy, what the hell?
If you have an emergency, you can call 911.
I need help with my medicines, and I need help with my shower. I need help. I'm going to get a neighbor.
So hold on. Later, I skip purposely in this video just to get past and see if there's anything new that pops up. And he's still talking about the goddamn shower, man. I think he might have went back a little bit, but guys, we're gonna call it quits here. All right, I had enough of this shit. I don't know why I put myself through these videos sometimes, because like, god damn, man, it just sucked some energy out of me doing this. You know, it kind of did. So we're totally done. I got to go do something to wind myself back up. I know exactly what that is. But until that time, I love y'all. Y'all stay peaceful and positive. Be careful out there, because there's manipulation out there, right? Which is something I said earlier. And there's a lot of crazy people, obviously, clearly. All right, and this is just one example. So do not get caught by the craziness. All right, and until next time, y'all. I'll catch y'all later.